Right, so we've got forward, we've got back, and down the lift. Are there other options? So this leads us around to our friend who's guarding the lift for us. And a golden rune, cool. Now, hup, this looks safe. Was there another bit I could have jumped onto there? Maybe. But I want to go down and see if we can get back to that bit that we were near before, because that looks interesting. Was this going to take us all the way past it? In which case I'd have to go back to the start and run up to it, maybe? No. Oh! That's not good. And death. Right, so we need to make up our mind which way we're going before we go. Now, was there a little bit there? There is. Hup. Is this anything? Or is this just... It's something. Is this just where we got off the lift last time? Yeah, I think it is. Fair enough. But from over here we can now hop back on. And then there was definitely a way off on this side. We'll call this the grey side and the other side the off side. Just so we don't get confused too much. But yeah, there's clearly a platform down there. There's one on grey side, on the off side that's a bit higher up. But we're going for this one. Oops. And I simply meant to press B to prepare for a run. Didn't. Backsteps instead. Panicked. Killed myself. And there we go. We timed it. Okay. That crystal coming into view kind of helped. Although, yeah, this side is not a lot by the look of it. Although... further down, a smidge more. Anything? Or is this just a safe way to ground level? Nope, still not at ground level yet. Or are we? We're at A ground level. Yeah, we've made it to the bottom in one piece. Good. Oh dear. I've heard about these. It's a virgin. That's actually their name in game. And the long-tailed cat talisman. Nice. Didn't work out for that guy though. What this does is... let's find it in here, that'll be easier. Renders the wearer immune to fall damage. Sounds good. However, it does not prevent falling to one's death. So if the fall is going to be fatal, it'll be fatal. If it was going to deal 50 damage, it'll deal 0 damage. So this lad here possibly thought, oh yeah, it just prevents any fall damage. He was wrong. Now, should we try and fight this virgin? Maybe. I suppose we've got to give it a go, see what they're like. And yeah, that didn't work out well. That's a lot of damage, friend. And now you've got a couple of big wheels. Yep. Oof. The damage. And the bleed. Oof. And the grabs. pretty strong. Is that tree going to block it? No, of course it's not. Oh dear. Yeah, this is going to cost us all of our health. Now, can we avoid it by backstepping a bit? Yeah, we can. Maybe it's not so bad. Oh, I thought we had it then. And we got it now. Jesus Christ. Those things are scary. Sure hope we don't end up having to fight two of them at the same time. We've got Smith and Stone 5, that's new. Glintstone Firefly. Shiny new crafting material for magic stuff that Wes is too dumb to deal with. Anything else of merit down here? One would hope so. Now that's the little path I came down, isn't it? Yeah. Because that's where old Virgin was stood. So I guess if we're progressing it's in this direction if we can. Now what? Necessary item ahead. Is it talking about this? Lost Ashes of War. That's pretty cool. I wouldn't say it was necessary. Unless they were coming from another direction and they were talking about the old fall damage thing. But yeah, is it just death over here? It looks like it. So now what? Do I have to go back up the lift? There doesn't seem to be much else going on down here. But there's definitely a spot where we can get back up. And so now is this going to let us back off at the level where we got back on in the first place? Maybe. I mean, it could let us off there as well. Whoop. Jumping ahead. Or is this just another way of getting back on? This isn't where I got on the lift originally, is it? No. There's a lot of creatures around here that are pretending to be dead. Yeah, I saw your glowing eyes, friendo. Oh goodness, there's loads of them. Some of them are little flappy boys. I didn't ask for this. Well, I guess I did. Ow. Stop that. And yeah, they hit pretty hard. Good grief. Right, let's try jumping off on the old offside this time if we can. Oh, I guess we can't really, can we? Because the bloody wheels are... No, ignore me. Yeah, we'll try jumping off on the offside. Because there's our rooms, good. So it led around in a way. So let's see. Did any of these guys have glowing eyes, or was it just the one further up? And also, can I see those other buggers from here? Do you want to just come over and fight me one-on-one? Maybe I'll stand a chance. coming? Good. Ow. Right, so roll into their lungy attacks. Roll into their attacks seems to be a theme. I should be doing more of it. What is that guy doing? He's flailing like a madman. Problem solved. No. That's you taken care of in an efficient sort of way. Ah, but you've got mates. I feel like carrying one of them out with the bow is probably a good idea. But then the damage isn't amazing. But then because the damage isn't amazing, that probably just makes it all the wiser. Although we separated them a little bit. Enough to get the kill on that lad. Lovely. Beware of ambush. And group ahead. Yeah, if I'd read that earlier, might have been nice. Any more for any more? Are you getting up, or are you just flailing around in the dirt? Just flailing. So was there anything else in this direction, or are we just looking at another optional bit? It all looks pretty optional over here. So maybe we've covered the lift now. Maybe there's no way to get back to the first bit prior to the lift. Without just running back through from an earlier site of grace. Maybe. Or is that a bridge? Where are we? There we go, we're back to the point I wanted to explore. So there's a big blue, well, purple portal over there, which I'd normally be in favour of because purple's great. It's obviously a trap. Yeah. Come on then. Let me grab your Somber 3. Nice. Now. You're one of these buggers, aren't you? That uses gravity magic. Can you be staggered? Yeah. Wait, get off. With your gravity. If we can keep the statue between us at times, then we're all good to go, aren't we? So we can get 3 off, but then he recovers. Three might be enough. Lovely. And we've got the Gravity Well spell. Could be useful for someone. And there's our next opponent. Probably. Yeah. I wasn't sure if him walking past the door like that was going to lead to an ambush. I mean, it's led to these two lads taking an interest. But as ever with mages, we just hide around a corner and bring them in. And then they lose interest, the stupid fucks. Hello! Nice. No enemy ahead. Truth? Appears to be truth. And an actual hidden path. Wait a minute. Were you telling the truth message? Good grief. This is a rare and beautiful day, my friends. And another craftsman's cookbook. Cool. And just an item. Ooh, smithing 4. Nice. Now, can one jump down there? Looks like one could. Does one want to jump down there? Maybe. So there's not much over here. Just some flowers. And, yep. Ah, yeah. But then can we get back? Probably not. So, let's go back. And we'll leave a little message for our friends. First off left, then try jumping. And so people will come down here, they'll be like, first off left. Oh yeah. And then they'll be like, and then try jumping. And hopefully that's enough for them to figure it out. Oof, that's a tricky jump. A Livinus glintstone crown. Is that headgear? It is. It's mage headgear of some sort. One of the glintstone crowns bestowed upon the scholars whose pursuits were deemed worthy. Increases intelligence, decreases HP. The lineage began with the sorcerer Lusat, and its adherents' continuous study of meteors. So is that telling us that we can expect meteor magic from lads wearing that type of crown? Oops, I'm still in the menu. I meant to jump, but I was still in the menu. Now we've got a grafted dragon +2. What should we do with it? I'm thinking I want to go back and try and deal with that bugger in the basement of Stormvale Castle, just because I want to have a go at killing it properly. I know it's not a boss or anything, but I've been reliably informed that... I've been reliably informed that most of the big tough looking enemies just aren't worth killing. If they're not bosses, they'll probably drop like 1,000 runes and no items or something like that. But I need to know. Noob already got form in killing one of these big tough boys, so yeah, let's give it a spin. Just got some rats to deal with first. Haven't really got much in the way of range still. Got this thing though. Well, it just annoyed him, but that's a start. Nice. You gonna come and say hello? Yep. Oh, cheek. We'll just fist you the old-fashioned way then, shall we? Nice. And now Big Rat. What you got for us, Big Rat? Ouch. Yeah, might want to sup. Why have we got so few flasks? Why have I got a Flask of Cerulean Tears? I didn't need that on Noob. And I've got barely any Sacred Tears, so that should probably be a goal. Is scram some more of them. We're probably sitting on like 3. We've just not used the bloody things because we're an idiot. But yeah, let's see how it goes. We've beaten this guy before. Ouch. That's a good start. No. Where is he? Over there. And we stopped blocking at exactly the wrong moment there. Yeah, this could take a while. This guy looks like he's tougher than the other one. Ouch. Yeah, maybe this ain't gonna happen. Now, where are we? There we are. Yeah, there's just no chance, is there? The camera angle's just buggered. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy is tougher than the last one. So let's just run away. It's worth an experiment. But now we're going to lose like thousands of rooms. Right, we've got one more flask. And we've made them no stronger because we do not have any of the bloody Sacred Tears. So we've also got like no Sights of Grace down here. What have you been up to, Noob? Just exploring and adventuring, I guess. So we've got Sunwater Village. Did we not get the old stamina regen talisman on you? Yeah, we did. So that's a marker that can be removed. Now we need some more churches. Churches will mean Sacred Tears. We've barely touched the peninsula. And there's probably a church. Where to begin? Smouldering Church. I don't even remember grabbing that. There's bound to be some... I mean, there's like 3 in Limgrave, isn't there? I think. Let's try a bit of peninsula, though. Yeah, we're just going to have a roam around the old peninsula for a bit, see what we can see, because there's probably golden seeds out here as well. Have we been to that tower? With anyone? I'm not sure. It doesn't look familiar. What's up here? Dog? And dude? And yeah, of course there's more dude. I don't think I've been here. Forest Lookout Tower, no. Wait, stop that. So what do you have for us? Anything? And how did that bugger die? Oh, is there someone firing ballistas from up the top here? Maybe. But who are they firing on if I'm down here? Who are you firing on, friend? A hand ballista. Interesting. So that could be a ranged option, but I mean, we've already got the old bestial cleric stuff going on. Although the range on that isn't great. Maybe we could look into the old hand ballista at some point. Oh, hello. Yeah, maybe we won't just rush in to those 3 poison spewing plants. Maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe we should make them bear witness. Oh, that didn't do anything. That's a shame. Kind of figured it would, what them being plants and all. Oh, that's just the faith knot. May potentially and have some use for us, but I can't see myself using it over any of the other options. No, is that a church? That rectangle that's up here on the old map. Yeah, maybe I should be looking out for church-related icons. Lovely. Pilgrimage, that's one down. Didn't see any golden seeds on my way though, which is a shame. Because more flasks is always more good. Ooh, lots of centipedes though. Now, that's probably aggroed a bunch of more skellies, so let's bugger off so we can look at the map again. Couple of bits of ruins over here, so possibly one of them's got something for us. Is this where the old Reaper is? Maybe. I'm trying to be fancy, and it's going to cost me. And yeah, we just blundered. But yeah, that's just where the Reaper is, isn't it?